So everyone, welcome to the VSTAR ARC Meet and Greet with Asian Interest Student Organization. Thank you for joining us here. So the purpose of this activity is twofold. One is for you all and for us to understand what it is that our student organization is doing, all the amazing work that they have been doing. We would like to get to know them and encourage all of you who are here who are not part of any student org to join. Okay, and second part is that we will record this obviously, and then we will make this recording and also resources from student organization available for you to share with other people so that many more people, especially in coming class of 2024, can join this org. Okay, so that's the goal for today. Let me start with introducing myself. So my name is Dr. Pam Sari. I direct the Asian American and Asian Resource and Cultural Center. We were founded in 2015 as part of Division of Diversity and Inclusion alongside the other 4 cultural centers. So this is our information. The best way to get information and communication from us is to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. If you have not done so, we are Purdue AAARCC, so triple A's and 2 C's. On Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also you can subscribe to our weekly newsletter if you can send an email. Go to our website and then send us an email. So some of the things that we do is we try to weave Asian and Asian American experiences into the fabric of Purdue's campus through pedagogy, cultural programming, and advocacy. So these are some of the things that we do. We do some serious conversations and relationship building, try to address some issues like mental health on college campuses, model minority myths that are prevalent, directed against Asian and Asian American communities, but also we do some fun celebration, still discussing the meanings, especially behind Lunar New Year celebration every year. So that's part of the things that we do. And we are offering a lot of different programs in response to the COVID-19 situation and the fact that we have to move to a virtual programming. So make sure that you take a look at some of these. We still have our call for responses about life amid the COVID-19 pandemic. It will end on May 31st. So if you're doing some reflecting, some creative work, art, please send it to us. We are also starting our Lion Dance team. So if you are interested in becoming part of this, just let us know. Manabu, would you like to present about this? I think I need to. I can do it, Manabu. So right now we are developing a summer peer mentoring program that's geared toward you in coming class to transition into Purdue. And the way we do it is we will pair you with our student leaders and current mentors. So you will be grouped into one of several groups, or we call it houses, led by 2 current students. And it will be a 10-week period long of mentoring with check-in sessions 3 times throughout the program. So if you're interested in this, please indicate that on the chat button and we would love to contact you. You can also email us AAARCC@purdue.edu, AAARCC.purdue.edu. Without further ado, Tony Fung, Asian American Association.
Hey gamers, I am Tony Feng. I am current president of the Asian American Association. We are a social club that focuses on helping people make new friends and join new communities. Our events are usually focused on some part of Asian culture, like a food or an activity. In the fall, we have 2 big events, which are Night Market and Chicago Trip. If you go to the next slide, we have a bunch of photos of that. Night Market is essentially just a massive collaboration between a lot of Asian orgs. Everyone sets up stalls and sells food related to their respective club. Some orgs also have performances that they show off. So for example, Variation or AKD5 sometimes also have their performances up and people can come and watch. Last fall, we had over 1,000 people in attendance, so it's definitely an experience for everyone campus-wide. Chicago trip is another one, but it's more for like members of the AAA. We get together in cars and we spend a day in Chicago, go eat dim sum and explore the city. Big disclaimer though, due to current events, big events like the night market and Chicago trip may not happen. For example, the university is banning travel to other cities. And so in these hard and trying times, we know that there are policies in place that will hinder us in having these events, but we're gonna try our best to make virtual events accessible for everyone. This may actually help us because we can reach more people, help people with more flexible schedules and everything. We also have a house system in place. Last year we had 3 houses. We had Truco House, Dog House, and IKEA. There's a story behind every name, but essentially what it is it's pretty similar to some of the other systems you'll hear, but ours is more, you have a bunch of house bigs that are usually older classmen and a bunch of littles, and you can join a house. You can join a house with all your friends, and everyone gets together, and each house does their own activities. There are house competitions between each other. Oh, super fun. So you can see we have dumpling night. Ramadan night was super fun. We had a showing of Parasite, and we made Ramadan from the movie, and we had it displayed. If you want to learn more, you can message either me, Jasmine, or Aaron right now in the Zoom call, or you can find us later on Facebook and add us. We're all very friendly. If you want to keep the dates in mind, our callouts are August 28th and September 3rd at 6:30 p.m. Lily is a building on campus, but we are unsure if we will have physical callouts or virtual callouts. But if you want to save the date, there they are. Instagram and Facebook, Purdue AAA. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, let me move on to the next slide. AIF, are you here?
Yes, I am here. Can I begin already?
Yes, please do.
Okay. Hi guys, thank you for coming into this call, and I hope everyone is doing fine amidst this pandemic. I know it's tough time for all of us, but we are in this together and we got this. So let's dive into what American Indian Foundation is all about. So we are an organization with the main goal of making every student in Purdue campus feel at home, not feel homesick, and we are always there with them and incorporating various events that we bring from our home, like Diwali, Holi, which I'll be discussing further in the upcoming slides. And that being said, many people think that AIF, since the name itself suggests American Indian Foundation, think that it's only restricted to Indian students. It's not so. We are happy to have all kinds of diverse communities and students in Purdue join our organization, and we love to have opinions and ideas. And if you could move on to the next slide, I could explain what all we do.
Yes.
So moving on, we plan to have at least one major big event every semester. That being said, we are the only organization in Purdue who hosts Diwali and Holi. Diwali happens in this fall semester and Holi happens in the spring semester. Diwali is basically a festival of lights in India. So we try to put smiles on people's faces on campus. We try to give them good Indian food, bring in little mini India. There are dances, there's DJ, and it's pretty much, one relaxation break amidst the semester exams and everything going on. Besides that, Holi is usually happens in April, and it's a festival of colors, as you see. There is DJ there as well. People come and dance, interact. It's a good way to know a little about Indian culture, but we also try to incorporate American aspect to it. And that's why it's like, that is the twist of our organization. We try to incorporate various cultures in that. Besides that, other thing we do is we host Nasha, which is a national level dance competition, which happens every year in the last week of January or first week of February. We have 16 teams which come all over America, which come from different universities in America. They get to perform Uh, we also do host small events like open mic. Last year we did it with Arab Society. We did Pet a Dog, we did FIFA. So every year we try to do Diwali, Holi, and Nasha for sure. And the smaller events keep changing year after year, depending on what the members want to do, what Purdue students want to see. We are here to serve the community, the Purdue students, and we love doing that. Like we love hosting events and we love putting smile on people's face. Besides that, coming to the point, we all know there is COVID going on, and we don't know if the semester is going to be virtual or if it is going to be on campus. So we are actually affiliated to one of the philanthropic organization, which is called American Indian Foundation. It is based in India, which does fundraisers all across the world and collects money for various causes. At the moment, we are doing a fundraiser for COVID-19, and it is all across the world. People are donating from different parts of the country. To access the link, it's on our Instagram page, and it's also on our Facebook. You can go in there, check it out, and you can donate if you want to. What we are doing with this donation is like helping frontline workers, like frontline health workers and underprivileged people who can't afford food or shelter. We are helping them get access to food or shelter or sanitary things. Lastly, I would like to say that since there's COVID-19, we are brainstorming about having various virtual events for the Purdue community and students and people. So everyone feels a little at home and everyone feels like heard or like just participates in something and has something to do during quarantine. If any of the organizations are interested for it, please feel free to reach out to us via email, DM, or Facebook. And we are more than happy to brainstorm and collaborate with you guys and host something for the community. I'm sorry I did it fast because I had a lot of information, but I hope everyone got it. And lastly, we also do call outs every month. So, and we put up about that, like we will be doing call outs in June, July, August for every incoming freshman student or anybody to join our organization. It's simple, just come for the call out and then you have to pay the dues. If you have more questions or any concerns, feedback, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you for listening. And sorry, I went for 5 minutes, but.
Yes, thank you so much. And I really like what you just said about a lot of us, if not all of us, are Asian interest student organizations, which means, we are interested in issues that our communities are facing, but we are not Asian exclusive. So that is really good to emphasize. Yeah. Alrighty, thank you.
Good luck.
Thank you. Bye.
Hi guys, I'm Iris. I'll be representing AAARCC today, and I'm currently serving as VP Finance for my chapter. Also, excuse my voice, I'm a little bit sick, so you have to bear with me. So AAARCC stands for Alpha Kappa Delta Phi. We are the first, largest, and only international Asian interest sorority, and we currently have 59 chapters in total throughout the US and in Canada. And even though we are Asian interest, we are not Asian exclusive, like Pam just said. We do welcome women of all different backgrounds and ethnicities. And as you learn more about us, if you meet our sisters, we'll see that we are a pretty diverse group. So we have 5 pillars that we uphold. They're shown here on the screen, and they outline everything that we do. And these are values that all of our members should represent. But for the sake of time, I'll only highlight a couple. So our first pillar is sisterhood. We are definitely a place where you can make new friends and build long-lasting relationships. And we're always supportive of our sisters, and we're there for them whenever they need it. I know personally, I've found some of my closest friends within KD-Phi, and I know other sisters will say the same too. We also have regional conferences every semester with other schools in the Midwest. And then we also have an annual national convention where every chapter will be in attendance. And these are just opportunities for us to network with sisters outside of our chapter who we might not get a chance to meet otherwise. Our leadership and scholarship pillars, I won't go too much into. I will say that we do have a 2.5 GPA requirement for our scholarship pillar, but if you fall below that, we do have designated academic chairs who will work with you, so it's definitely not an end-all be-all. For our service pillar, we emphasize this because we would like our members to understand the importance of giving back to the community. So I volunteer throughout the semester. This past year, I believe we completed over 300 hours of service as a chapter. Also, a large part of the service that we do is dedicated to our national philanthropy, which is breast cancer awareness. So we host a lot of events for BCA. Our biggest event is our annual Mr. Pink, which is a BCA-themed male pageant. That's what the picture is on the screen. And last year, this event was awarded MGC's Outstanding Philanthropic, I don't know how you say it, program. And then our last pillar is Asian awareness. And again, all of our pillars are areas that we hope our sisters can excel in and exemplify as a KD-Phi. And then Pam, if you don't mind switching the slide for me. Thank you. We'd also like to share with you guys the theme for our fall 2020 rush. One of our sorority symbols is the phoenix, which is a bird that sets itself on fire and then comes back to life. So we decided to draw inspiration from that for our theme this semester, which is Rise from the Ashes. And Rush, if you're unfamiliar, it's a few weeks at the beginning of the semester to learn about us, meet our sisters. Our Rush is completely free and without obligations. It's purely a time for you to see if the sorority is for you. And our first Rush event always has free boba, so that's something to look forward to. We also have a Rush interest form, which I've linked on the screen. This is for us to get to know the girls who are interested. Again, it is completely non-committal, so if you fill it out, you're still not committing to anything. And if you have any questions or would like to know more about us, check out our websites. Also, feel free to reach out to the contacts that I've listed here, or you can send us a message on our social media and we'd be happy to chat with you there too. Thank you guys. That concludes my part.
Thank you so much. And again, this presentation will be shared with all of you and also the recording. So make sure, and we have questions and answers going on. We have our chat board going on. So if you have pressing questions, feel free to type, and then somebody from the org will be answering you. Thank you. So ASAP.
Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie. I currently serve as the president for the Asian Student Union Board, or otherwise known as ASAB. So we are basically a student-run umbrella organization for the Asian interest organizations at Purdue. The past year we had 17 member organizations be a member, so they attended our general meetings as well as participated in the events that we hosted. So we were created to promote ethnic diversity and to spread Asian cultural awareness. So all our events are around those two missions and goals. And we aim to foster a support network by hosting events for our member organizations to participate in, as well as to build leaders through internal programs, which I will explain on the next slide, if you could.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Oh, okay. So every year we host 4 main events. The first one is Back to School Bash, which is basically like a club fair. So all the organizations will table and organizations will perform during the event, and everyone, attendees will be able to talk to them, ask them questions, find out when their callouts are. The next event that we host is our Taste of Asia, and we've hosted that event for almost 20 years now. It's basically where organizations will sell their food. It's it's probably our biggest event of the year. It's my favorite also. And then the third one is in the spring. We host a Miss or Mr. Asia. We alternate between years. So last year was Miss Asia, and this year we will be hosting Mr. Asia, which is basically a cultural pageant where organizations will send someone to represent their ethnicity, their culture, and what their traditions are. And the fourth event we host is Multicultural Showcase, which is basically a talent showcase for all members to just show what they got. So if they can sing, if they can dance, anything is accepted. We had Chinese yo-yo one year, so everything. We accept everything. So how to get involved. So our org is basically our board and then our member organizations, but our events are made for the general population to attend. So right now we have Crocolawn booked for August 26th, 6 to 8 p.m. So you guys should go there and check it out and learn about the different orgs that are on campus. Other ways you can get involved is we are restarting our planning committees for Taste of Asia. So if you want more experience or if you want to become more involved on campus, you can join them there. You can learn about sponsorship, marketing, advertising, all that stuff. In the spring, we have Spring Semester Shadows, and basically you will shadow a certain position on board and learn about how ASA plans our events in the spring and what the duties of the position that you're shadowing. If you have any questions, it's a little cut off, but we have a Facebook, Instagram at Purdue ASAB, or you can email us at purdueasab@gmail.com. For any organizations that also would like to join ASAB, feel free to email us or register and email us or reach out to us.
Thank you. Okay. Okay, Boiler Bungra.
Yeah, so hi, I'm Mansi. I'm the president of Boiler Bungra. And then also if you guys have any questions, just like we also have some other people on the call to like answer questions as well. So kind of Bhangra is an upbeat folk dance originating from Punjab, India. So we're actually a competitive dance team that performs on campus and at national competitions. So our main mission is to spread awareness of this dance form and like Indian culture throughout the Purdue community.
Would you like me to go to the next slide?
Yes, please. So mainly our events that we host are performances on campus and off campus. So this could include weddings and exhibition acts and cultural events. So for example, there was the Global Fest that usually happens in August. We'll always perform at that. And then during the spring semester, we compete at 3 to 4 competitions across the United States. So you can see from our pictures, like this was last year or this past semester when we performed in DC and like performed at competitions like that. And then next slide.
Ooh, sorry.
And then how you can contact us is through our Gmail. That is our Gmail. You can honestly, we post most things like on Instagram, everything that we have. So if you want to give us a follow, if you want to look at our performances that we've done, you can see 2, one from this past semester, one from last year. And we also have a frequently asked questions, kind of common questions that people have about Bhangra, if you guys want to check that out. So yeah.
Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to get this thing to. Okay, very good. Thank you. Next presenter. Hi, Vivian.
Hey guys, I'm Vivian from Delta Phi Lambda sorority, and we're a Lambda chapter here at Purdue University. So I want you guys to know a little about what D-Phi-L does, what's our goal, and what you can get from if you join us. So please go to the next slide, please.
Sure.
The top 2 are our missions and virtues. Virtue is something every sister holds strongly on about. And we have 2 main goals in our missions, which you can already tell. One is advocate Asian awareness, and the second is empower women leadership. So probably you can already tell from the background picture that we are really diverse. So we're not an Asian only sorority. Actually, every sister embrace their own culture, as well as we work on the same goals. Every sister works really hard on academic wise or career wise to empower women leadership, or even hopefully we can break the glass ceiling one day. So let's talk about what you can actually get from joining on. So I listed top 3 things, which are sense of belonging, sisterhood, and service experience. Delta Phi Lambda sorority actually focus on promoting the awareness of osteoporosis. So if you don't know what that is, it's actually a bone disease, and it's really common among Asian women. So in our philanthropy week, we actually hand out milk and cookies in the neighborhood or local community or on Purdue campus in order to, to let people be aware of this kind of disease. And with service experience, that's the service experience I was talking about. And the sense of belonging and sisterhood on Delta Phi Lambda actually aim at, providing a home away from home. So personally speaking, I know I can always get my support if I feel frustrated or, just being homesick. I can go to my sisters and I can talk to them, and that's really sweet. So if anything I just talked about really interests you, you can scan the barcode down there, and please fill out the form so we can keep you updated. And by the way, we are having an upcoming events, really big movement on our Instagram page. We're going to have our sorority alumni or successful Purdue female alumni to do a Q&A session, and they will give you academic advice or career advice or any, just in general life advice. So if you want to know more about that, please feel free to follow us on Instagram at Purdue D-Phi-L. And if you have any other questions, you can email us or text me personally, or otherwise you can just type in your question here in the Zoom meeting. And that's it from D-Phi-L.
Thank you, Vivian. How are you feeling? Feeling motivated? We still have a lot more, so stay tuned, stay here, don't go anywhere. Let's move on to iGrass. Rishabh, are you on the call? Hi, are you able to speak? Oh, okay. Let me try to unmute you. Okay. Are you good now? If you're a panelist, then you should be unmuted. Rishabh, hi. Can you hear me? Okay, why don't I move on to the next first and then we'll come back to you. ISA, are you here? Hi, Jagat.
Hi, Pam. Thank you so much. I want to first say thank you so much for inviting us and giving us opportunity to be a part of this call out. But I'll get started. So my name is Jagat. I'm the president of Indian Student Association. Right now we have only 2 people on board because last year's board is going to be transitioning in here, and we'll be doing interviews to get new people elected and more chairs. So yeah. Who are we? We're basically ISA, Indian Student Association on campus. We're a student-led event planning organization aimed to promote awareness and facilitate interaction with Indian culture and excellence, thereby forging a tight-knit community focused on advancing this pursuit. And what do we do? So last year we threw a Garba night. That's basically doing an old Indian folk dance around in a circle, and it was a very good time, and we basically had food, everyone came, it was a very nice thing. And we also threw a Diwali and New Year's show, which was basically having all the South Asian organizations such as STAL, Purdue Ross, Boiler Bungra, Purdue AAARCC, all those organizations came and performed on on the stage in Elliott. So we basically helped organize that, and yeah. So we're planning, let's see how that goes for next year. But yeah, that's basically what we do right now. I guess we're still trying to figure out a way to maybe somehow do maybe like a hybrid or like just a virtual one. But yeah, next slide, please. Next slide, please.
Yes. Is this the correct one?
No, there should have been another slide right after. Oh, there you go. If you can go back one, I guess.
This is
no,
all
that's not it. Yeah, perfect. There you go. So our largest events occurred during fall semester. And basically, I told you about Garba Night, where we celebrate for folk dance. How can you get involved? We're still in the process of planning for the fall semester, but we will have members. And what we typically do is, most freshmen probably won't know this right now, but Sundays there's no dining courts aren't really open, so we usually have like Maggie night, which is basically Indian ramen, and we basically help like students get together and basically meet new people and help basically and we just basically all eat together and have a good time. And yeah, You can always ask us questions on what to do. We're gonna be we might throw one new event next semester, maybe called South Asian Call Out, but let's see where that goes. But yeah, please reach out to us on our social medias. And yeah, please message us here too. And you can find more details in the flyer that will be handed out. Thank you.
Thank you. So we have a question here about the difference of ISA and AIF. So please feel free to answer that by typing on the chat.
Yeah,
Jagat
for sure.
AIF.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me go back to iGrasp since I hope Rishabh is here. Rishabh, are you here?
Yes. Thanks a lot, Pam. Are you able to hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Thanks a lot. And I apologize for the technical error earlier. So hi, everyone. I am Rishabh Jain. I'm a part of iGrasp and I'm the acting president for the year 2020. Well, to answer the question that you will be asking, iGrasp is very similar to it. Well, the objectives of iGrasp is very similar to that of AIF and ISA. We help students get comfortable in the culture, help them absorb the cultural shock. We help them settle down, and we help them for those things by hosting a lot of events on campus. Have literally many events serve a lot of students. So iGrasp was founded by these two PhD students a decade ago, and hence
Rishabh, you're muted.
able to hear me now?
Yes. Good. I think we can hear you. Oh, no. Can you speak again, Rishabh?
Yes. Hear me now? Sorry
Yes.
about that. Okay, awesome. So I was saying that and we get them looking to join us because the graduate suggests that more than 50% of the students are graduate. That's all. And yeah, so we do host a lot of events. We do Republic Day, Independence Day, the celebration like IAF and ISA, and go with. ISA for a Bollywood night for the fourth semester, but well, that was not also. I don't think it's happening. Anyway, so what the unique thing I guess provide is for the team members a sense of management, learning the management since it's a good mix of graduate, PhD, and undergraduate students at the moment. It is a live brainstorming session we have, and a lot of ideas that come across because of the variety of board members we have. So yes, if you want to get in touch, you can reach out to us on our email, which is iGrasp@purdue. You can follow us on Instagram and Facebook, and you can personally message me anytime. I will be really happy to help you. We actually have this event coming this Sunday, and Pam, I would love you to join as well.
Yes.
It is a web.
Since your voice is cutting in and out, why don't you post about the Sunday event on the chat? Would that be okay?
Oh, okay, sure, sure.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much. And don't forget Rishabh's message about following them on social media. Thank you, Rishabh. JSA.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Kyoka. I am the president of Purdue JSA. First of all, I just want to say congratulations on being admitted to Purdue. We look forward to having you be part of the Boilermaker community. Today, I just want to briefly talk about JSA. We are a student-run organization. We were founded in 1991. We will be going on our 30th anniversary very soon. We are an organization that makes up about 100 plus members. We're quite large, but we do try to provide a Japanese experience here at Purdue. So a little bit about our organization. So we were created in 1991 to just introduce members about Japan and its distinguished culture. We try to make a community of people with interest in Japan, so you don't necessarily have to be Japanese to join. We have a lot of members. A good majority of our members actually are not from Japan. They just have a lot of interest in Japan. Many of them are taking Japanese as their second language, so they find an interest in Japan that way. But we do try to maintain a relationship with the Japanese department at Purdue. So we do try to market our events to students who are interested in Japan. But we do try to also provide events that would give you kind of a glimpse as to what Japan would look like from Purdue. So we do lots of events throughout the semester, but we also try to provide kind of professional guidance to those who are interested in potentially working in Japan or seeking an internship. And then for those who are potentially interested in studying in Japan as a study abroad. This past summer, I was in Japan. A lot of my other friends from JSA were in Japan, and we got to meet up because they were doing study abroad. So it's a great way to network if you're interested in kind of having a group of people who potentially would be in Japan at the same time as you. Pam, could you move to the next slide for me, please?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. So just a quick overview of the types of events that we do. For fall semester, we have two big events. Our first one is Summer Festival, which is kind of like, if you've ever been to a Japanese festival, it's called Omatsuri, and we have a lot of traditional food. We have lots of events where lots of entertainment. We'll have games. Our big highlight of the event is watermelon piñata, where you're blindfolded and then you try to smash a watermelon. It's a lot of fun. I highly recommend you try it out if you're available to join us for a summer festival. And then our big event after the summer festival is Taste of Japan. There's a photo on the left side. You can see that's just an example of all the food that we offer in Taste of Japan. It's just very traditional. We hand cook everything. It's very, very tasty. We have a big turnout each year. And so those are two big fall semester events. For spring, we have our mochi pounding event, as you can see in the photo on the right. We have a traditional stone where we add our very, very hot rice, mochi rice, and we pound it. Then we serve it with different types of seasonings, whether that be sweet or savory. So it's a big event. We had about 300 people come this past semester. And then lastly, our character bento, which is also a pretty medium-sized event for our spring semester. These are not the only events that we offer. We do offer smaller events to just kind of get to know everybody in the community. But we may have to alter some things in this coming academic year just due to current circumstances. But if we can't do it this year, please look forward to the following year where we would potentially have all of these events. We do offer career opportunities where we have resume workshops. You get to meet with Japanese companies. I highly recommend, if you're interested in that, to either send us an email, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Facebook. We look forward to meeting with you and potentially having you part of JSA. Thank you.
Thank you. Liam, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful.
Okay, so hello, I'm Liam. I'm the current president of Kappa Pi Beta Purdue Colony. So we are the newest Asian interest Greek organization at Purdue, and we chartered here last year to try and help make a difference on our campus. So we're made up of a lot of leaders from various Asian interest organizations and one outside of that community to help build up leaders for our community. So like personally, I've been the president of the Asian Student Union Board, the Vietnamese Student Association. We have members who are the current VSA presidents, past AAA board members, the current PSUB president, and so on and so forth. So we're still pretty new. As a whole, nationally, we're 20 this year. And it was just announced today that we are NAPA's 20th organization, and that's the National PETA Panhellenic Association. So if you're interested, you can still get in and help on a very ground level, very fundamental. So our pillars are on this page. You guys can read them, get to know them a little more specifically. So we're also partnered with the American Diabetes Association for national philanthropy. You can see their logo there. Pam, can you go to the next slide?
Yes.
So if you're at all interested, no matter how interested, you can check us out. You can go to our website, our Facebook, our Instagram. We have our interest form link, so you'll be able to access that after our meeting. And you can just reach out to me or Kevin, the other Rush chair there. Thank you.
Thank you. So I have to present on KUSA because of time difference. They cannot join us, but they send in their presentation. So I just want to make sure that, so their mission, provide services to improve students' life at Purdue and also share Korean culture to Purdue communities and also Greater Lafayette communities. Some of the past events you can see here: Korean Starry Night, Show Me the Talent event, Valentine's Day event. They also just did the League of Legends tournament with Puksa collaborations, and also D-Korea. And if you're interested, make sure you follow them on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So Purdue _ KUSA. Daniel, are you here?
Hello. Okay, so my name is Daniel and I am representing Lambda Phi Epsilon today. Next slide, please. Okay, so you might be wondering, what is Lambda Phi Epsilon? So we are the first and largest internationally recognized Asian interest fraternity, and we are renowned for our focus on personal growth and brotherhood. Our motto is to be leaders among men, and the reason why leaders is bolded here is because leadership is really important in achieving our goals, our fraternity, which includes servicing the community through various philanthropies, increasing Asian awareness, promoting academic scholarship, and strengthening the Asian American voice in the community. Next slide, please. So you might be wondering, what specifically do we do? We get involved in various philanthropic events, as I said. So our national philanthropy is the Bone Marrow Drive. We also are really active with a lot of brotherhood events that can be within our own chapter. We hang out together, we go fishing, we go visiting our alumni, and we also go on road trips to other chapters to really hang out with all the other chapters in the country and in the world. We also meet up internationally. So there's brothers in Korea, there's brothers in Taiwan, China, so we're very international. And we also participate in a lot of social events with other organizations, such as AAARCC and DPHIL, to mention a few. Next slide, please.
Sure.
So obviously we like to have fun, but what makes us different from other organizations is because we have three things that really set us apart. One is that we focus on personal growth. As I mentioned, our motto is to be leaders among men. We want all of our brothers to become leaders in their school, communities, and real world. So you can really grow personally when you join our organization. We also have leadership opportunities for you if you're looking for that. And it's really helpful for you professionally because we have a really large alumni network and we have leadership positions that you might be interested in within our organization. We also promote brotherhood, which is something that we emphasize a lot. So a lot of brothers that we have said that the reason why they rushed Land of Phi Epsilon specifically was because they could really see and feel a sense of brotherhood among the existing members that they could not find anywhere. So, and personally as a freshman, I was really overwhelmed by like the new environment and opportunities in Purdue University. And that's like completely normal. And that is why we have these things called rush events that you can attend. It starts at the beginning of the semester, upcoming semester. And if you're seriously considering about joining us, you're highly encouraged to attend these rush events and come and meet our brothers and learn more about our organization next semester. So next slide, please. That is our contact info. So if you have any like specific questions, you can just email Devin, who is our president, or you can reach us out at our Instagram page and our Facebook page also.
Thank you. Thank you, Dania. At this point, it is good to remind all of us that we are doing Asian Interest Organization, and this will be a good chance to also find ways to collaborate with each other, right? So, Aharia.
Hi everyone, my name is Shreya. I'm a co-captain for Purdue AAARCC. So we're an Indian classical dance team, and we take all types of Indian classical dance. So we perform on campus for showcases for the first semester, and then we're a nationally competitive team, and we go to competitions the second semester. So we went to Purdue, we went to Pittsburgh this spring, and we placed second. So we only roughly require 2 hours of practice twice a week. We don't require any dance experience. So the auditions will be in the fall semester, but we are trying to see what to do based on the current situation. So if you want, you can scan this QR code here for just to look into our interest form. If you can go to the next slide.
Yes.
So here are our socials and our email. Definitely look out for our socials because that's how we tend to recruit people and put most of our relevant information. And if you have any questions, feel free to send an email or to just message me in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you, Aharia. PFA.
Hello. Hello. Hi. You hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sounds good. Hi guys, my name is Zach Fernandez and I'm representing for PFA, or Purdue Filipino Association. And PFA is basically a cultural and social student-led organization which has been around in Purdue University for about 31 years. PFA, the goal of PFA is to encourage students of all backgrounds to experience Filipino culture, Filipino and Filipino American culture through bi-monthly meetings, socials, philanthropies, and culture events. Next slide, please. Yep. One of our biggest events is our PCN, or Philippine Cultural Night. And basically it's kind of like a hybrid between like a play and like a showcase for cultural dances. And like, you just have to see it yourself for yourself. It's basically like it's performed entirely by the PFA students, and it's the largest PCN in the Midwest in comparison to other like Midwest Filipino organizations. It's like a full stage production, and the audiences are usually around like 600 plus. So that's cool. Also, we have a mentor program, which is called the AKA program, or Ate Kuya Ading. And for those who aren't in the know what that means. Ate means big sister, kuya means big brother, and younger sibling means ading. And basically, it's similar to the bigs and littles of Greek life. We have this mentor program to highlight the important familial aspects that come with Filipino culture. And it kind of allows us to have anyone that is new to PFA, like form connections and bridges with people who are in PFA and build up the familia or family, or as we like to call it, the PFAM. Also, I think one of the most important things we want to emphasize is that we are all inclusive. You do not have to be Filipino to join PFA. Like literally we have like a ton of different like diverse people in our organization, which have contributed to our organization and built this organization to where it is today. So I guess like another thing to mention, due to you know, Miss Corona herself or coronavirus or whatever, we're not in the know of how we're gonna have these events that we are planning to have, but stay tuned. It's kind of cut off at the bottom, but our socials are at Purdue Filipino. I'll be typing it in the chat, at Purdue Filipino. So that's where we're gonna have our updates, especially on our Instagram. We kind of update that one a lot, and also our newsletter that we have online. Just make sure you guys stay tuned for what's coming up, and for sure, we are so nice and we are so caring. So if you guys have any questions about us, feel free to like ask right now or ask later or just DM us. I swear we are really nice. So thank you. For letting me present.
Yes, please put the info in the chat. Everyone, if you have questions, feel free to ask us at this point. And next we have Purdue Ross.
Hi. Hi, yeah. So my name is Avika and I'm a sophomore at Purdue University and I'm one of the captains of Purdue Ross. So Purdue Ross, what is it? Purdue Ross is a competitive dance team based on the styles of dance called Ross and Garba, which originate from the Indian state of Gujarat. Along with other props based on our theme, we use sticks called dandiya for a large portion of our dance. We were established in 2008 and are now going to our 13th season. We perform locally at events such as Homecoming, PSUB, the AF, and Sasa Diwali shows, and many more. Each year, we compete nationally at around 3 to 4 competitions around the country for a total of 23 competitions in the past. This past season, we had competitions in St. Louis, Orlando, Columbus, and Dallas. Some important things for our dancers to know is that they should commit to practice, be able to learn choreography to the best of their ability, be willing to travel, and be a team player. However, one very important thing is that no dance experience is necessary. To be honest, I had no idea what Ross even was before coming to Purdue, so it's totally fine if you don't either. So what's in it for you? You, of course, will get to learn Garba and Ross. You develop time management skills to work in the team practices and comps, where you, in addition, can meet and make new friends from colleges all over the nation. In addition, you can explore leadership potential and gain a holistic college experience. Coming into Purdue as a freshman, I was scared I wouldn't really meet the right people or fit in at all. But after joining Ross, I found that I was eventually able to call the team my family. We have bigs and littles, and you make a lot of good friends on the team, and it's a really good experience. Now that I've gone over some of the basics of the team, I'm going to talk more about how the season will go. So in the fall, we teach a short tryout routine at our workshops that go over the basics of Ross, and that's pretty much all you need to try out. We then learn our routine and apply all the thematic elements to it. Some example themes are Hollywood, that was our theme last year. So they're Hollywood, Las Vegas, Alice in Wonderland, just to name a few. Our routine is about 6 to 7 minutes long and consists of about 8 songs, including a boy song, girl song, and different types of Garba and Ross. The competitions, personally my favorite part, are in the spring semester. Competition weekends start on a Friday with a fun mixer where you get to meet the other teams, meet the dancers, and participate in some fun games. The next day, Saturday, is competition day with practices leading up to the big show. Each competition has 8 teams that compete for bid points. Specifically, 4, 2, or 1 bid points are awarded for placing first, second, or third, respectively, and the 8 teams with the most bid points at the very end of the season compete at Ross All-Stars Nationals. Next slide, please. Thank you. So I listed some of the call-out dates call out and workshop dates on the side of the slide. So we have 2 call outs on Monday and Thursday of the first week of classes and 3 workshops along with tryouts the following week. You only need to come to 1 workshop as the same routine will be taught in full each time, but feel free to come to as many as you like. To wrap it up, if you want to learn more, check us out on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at Purdue Ross. And we also included the link to one of our performances from last year, tinyurl.com/Purdue Ross 2020. And lastly, if you're interested, have any questions, want updates, please fill out the interest form at tinyurl.com/PR interest form. Thank you.
Thank you so much. SSA. Are you here?
Yeah. Hi. My name is Harsabreen. I'm the president and founder of the Sixth Student Association at Purdue University. So just a little background, we actually were a brand new organization. We started this semester and unfortunately we're cut short. A little background on the Sikh religion. We're the 5th largest religion in the world. And there's about 25 million of us all around the world, and specifically in America, there's about 500,000, with the largest populations being in California, New York, and New Jersey. So most Sikhs speak Punjabi, which is a language originating from Punjab, but you can see Sikhs from all over the world and speaking many languages. Our beliefs are equality, religious pluralism, hard work, honesty, justice for all, and some of the others listed here. And it was founded in 1469 in the region of Punjab. Go on to the next slide to explain some of our events and who we are. So there's 6 student associations across all over the country for all major colleges in the United States. And at Purdue, we hope to prosper a community, create education about the Sikh faith for those who are part of the Sikh faith and those who are just curious to know more about it. We're culturally inclusive and we want people to meet each other from all over campus. So specifically, this is not only for Sikh students, but for any Purdue students who are interested in learning more, who have just questions and just are curious. This semester, we had more than just Sikh students in our organization. Some events that we hope to do, since we are a new organization, we haven't done them yet, are Lungars, which is one of our values in the Sikh faith, which is we believe in selfless service. And so Langar is a way for us to give students and people all across the world free food that's of no cost, and it's just a way for people to meet each other and know more about our religion. We also want to host forums where we'll be discussing current events as well as also historical events, formal for all South Asian students, and we hope to do this in association with other organizations, have different various fundraisers, bringing guest speakers, and in April, it actually is National Sikh History Month, Sikh Awareness Month, and so we hope to host an event then too. Of course, due to Corona, we're not sure exactly how all of these may play out, but definitely we are looking into online options, and we hope to collaborate with all other organizations on campus. We also have a board and there are 2 freshman spots available, which we will be conducting interviews, and applications will be released sometime in August and September. If you go to the next page, this is where all of our social media is, and you can DM on any of these platforms or email us, and we will get back to you as soon as possible.
Thank you so much. Says.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
All right, so everyone, my name is Jung. I'm the president for SACE, stands for Society of Asian Scientists and Engineers, and we're a professional development club that focuses on, getting your feet in the doorstep when it comes to the world of industry. I'm also joined here with my external vice president, Tony Baymont, and he'll help answer some questions for you guys if you put those in the chat during the presentation. First, I want to say thank you to ARC for hosting this event and all the Asian organizations that came out. It's an amazing opportunity for us to reach out to you freshmen who are, especially given the circumstances that we're working with, it's kind of hard to see people face to face. So this virtual event will help us a lot in terms of exposure. With that, could you go to the next slide?
Yes.
All right, so first of all, I want to talk about some of our national missions. So we help prepare Asian heritage scientists and engineers for success in the global business world. We celebrate diversity on campuses, and in the workplace, and we help provide opportunities for members to contribute and give back to their local communities. So if you go to the next slide. Yeah, so some of the things that I want to talk about that's more important is that we just recently welcomed our 100th chapter for SACE, and it's a nationally recognized chapter. And we're constantly growing, and SACE right now is on a pretty steep hill in terms of growth and development overall in the country. So we're a nationally recognized chapter. We have both our national chapters and we have our regional chapters. That includes the people in the Midwest. There's different regions, subdivided into the Northeast region, Southeast region, and the West Coast. So some of the events that we do within our own chapter is we have exclusive company talks and recruitments. Some of the more close companies that we talk to are Eli Lilly, Bell Flight, Kiewit. Sometimes we have, we're working with Rolls-Royce actually to get in company contact with them over for the next semester. And overall in the national chapter, they sponsored from companies like Boeing, Lockheed Martin, NASA's a good partner, Shell, Marathon, all these huge global businesses and engineering companies that essentially help focus us is something that we partner in, something that they look in terms of cultural diversity in the workplace. So a lot of the events that we host outside of the company talks are culturally themed meetings. And that's, focusing with the Lunar New Year maybe, or some of the Chinese New Year's coming up. We focus on different cultural events that happen throughout the year. And as part of our pillars to give back to the local community, we have philanthropic events that we do that serves the community, such as Boo at the Zoo, where we go to the Columbian Park out in Lafayette, I believe. And we help, during Halloween times, I'm pretty sure everyone's familiar with Boo at the Zoo. It's just helping kids. We dress up in Halloween costumes and help organize that event. We also do winterization, which is a event that happens on campus. We go around the neighborhoods helping the elderly in terms of serving the community. We also collaborate with other organizations. We partake in all these the AAA night markets and things like that. But along with that, we also focus on engineering organizations. So we work with the African-American community, the Hispanic community, and the Society of Women Engineers to host professional events and workshops. So if you're part of the SACE family and join the membership, you'll have exclusive access to a lot of these companies and professional events that you'll have access to essentially. Outside of that, some of the more events that we've helped focus for our members are professional development. So we offer resume building and reviews. We help with interview preps. We also do a meet your major type where members can meet upperclassmen in terms of getting help with classes, because we all know academic advisors in some sense kind of aren't the most beneficial. I feel like student input's more valuable when it comes to these things. One of the things that we did in the past also was learning LinkedIn. It's a powerful tool that a lot of people use and a lot of professionals use, but it seems that a lot of college students lack the experience and exposure to LinkedIn. So that's something that we also help with. Two major events that happen yearly are the conferences. So we have our national conference that happened in Pittsburgh last year, and it will also happen in Pittsburgh the following year in the fall. And this is with, we're inviting chapters from all across the nation essentially to gather around. And this is where they have company workshops, company career fairs, events where we, just socially hang out and things like that together. Another event that happens in the spring is the Midwest Regional Conference. Oh. Okay, and real quickly on the Midwest Regional Conference, that's hosted in the spring, and kind of hint at Purdue will be hosting this. So be excited. Hopefully we can gather in companies from multiple regions across and get in valuable companies to help with that. To finish that off, connecting with us, you can email us and you can follow our social media on Instagram and Facebook. We're most active on Facebook and Instagram, but if you email us, we can always answer your questions along the way. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Purdue Talk.
Hello, everyone. My name is Ranjani. I'm one of the captains of Purdue Thal. We are a competitive South Asian a cappella team on campus. So basically, if you're interested in singing, beatboxing, performing, or arranging, definitely come check us out. Our team blends Western and Eastern music through a cappella. And if you don't know what a cappella is, basically we sing without any instruments. All of our music is created by the members of our team, so all of our arrangements and mixes are all original. And we perform a lot of gigs on campus. We collaborate with a lot of different organizations and as well as locally in the West Lafayette and Indiana region. We actually did a short road trip to Indianapolis to perform at IUPUI early in the fall semester. And of course, we travel the nation to compete. Now moving on to some of our past accomplishments.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
So earlier this semester in January, we actually went to UCLA to do a competition called Sahana, and we placed second at that competition, and we were also awarded Best Musical Arrangement and Best Visual Performance. By the end of the season, we were placed as one of the top 10 teams in the nation. We also went to a competition in Texas in 2017 called Nasha, and we placed first there. And we have 2 studio recorded albums, Heartbeat and Pitch Please, so you should definitely check us out on Spotify. So basically, if anything that I said sounds interesting, definitely come check us out. You don't need any musical background, and everyone is welcome to audition. You don't have to be of South Asian descent. Definitely give us a follow on Instagram. We're very, very active on the account, and we do have an interest form in our bio, so definitely fill that out if you are interested in attending our callouts or auditioning for the team. And yeah, that's the place you're going to be checking out for our call out information. So yeah, thank you so much, and hopefully we'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, Ranjani. TSA. Are you here, TSA? So if you're not here, I can present for you. This is a Taiwanese-based home away from home for students from anywhere. Again, a lot of these Asian interest organizations, we are Asian interest, not Asian exclusive. So if you're interested in learning more about Taiwanese culture and having a family away from home, join TSA. They also participate in student orgs event like Mr. and Miss Asia and also AAA Night Market. So follow their Facebook page, please. So TSA on Facebook. We're hosting a new student orientation in Taipei, June 13th. So visit their Facebook for more information. VSA, Anthony, are you here?
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, so thank you everyone for your patience. We are the Vietnamese Student Association at Purdue. My name is Anthony Phan. I currently serve as the president for the upcoming school year. So our mission at the Vietnamese Student Association is to promote Vietnamese culture, heritage, tradition on campus in the Midwest region and across the nation. So we have a lot of events on campus. So you can go to the next slide.
Yes.
So these are just a couple of events that we host throughout the year. We are a social and cultural organization. So at the very beginning of the year, we have ACE Olympics. So A stands for Untitled, which is our Big Little program. So very similar to many other organizations on campus, we have a Big Little system where you can join and be paired up with one of our upperclassmen who can guide you through the process of being a college student at Purdue, as well as what VSA means on Purdue campus. Leadership Summit is an event that our parent organization, the Union of Vietnamese Student Associations in the Midwest hosts. And so in the fall, we have a conference where a lot of guest speakers come in to present workshops, and we have a lot of professionalism lessons that people can join in and learn more about leadership. Exploration Acres is a local, I guess, touristy spot for West Lafayette and for Purdue students. So if you don't know already, Purdue University is very close to Exploration Acres, which is a big corn maze. In the fall, they have different designs. I think last year they had a 150-year celebration, and the year before they had Stranger Things. So it's a really big, fun corn maze that VSA goes and brings our members to every year. We have game nights and karaoke nights throughout the year. This past year, we also hosted a diaspora panel. So we had a discussion with leaders with 101 Purdue, where we talked about the struggles and stories of immigrants coming to America and we focused on a lot of Asian interest and a lot of Asian American focused events. We also have craft nights that lead up to our winter formal, which is our largest event of the year. Essentially, it's one of our big cultural performance nights where we showcase our talents with Vietnamese style dances, singing, dancing, and food. Last year we had more than 500 attendees come to the co-rec where we hosted it last year, and hoping to make it bigger and better. Day Auction is an event that we host to raise money for charity. And so through our parent organization, UVSA Midwest, we cycle through different charities each year and we raise all that money to send to Vietnam. And this past year, it was called Messengers of Love. And so our money was sent to Vietnam to help children in Vietnam who were in orphanages and who needed help with education. And that money went to send to help with those people. We have fall nights. We have a lot of different Vietnamese food nights throughout the year. And also Vietnamese Interacting as One conference, which is the largest conference that UVSA Midwest hosts. Last year, it was at supposed to be the University of Michigan. Unfortunately, it was canceled due to COVID-19. But in the past, we've gone to a lot of different conferences, hosted different schools. That's a very great opportunity to network with other VSAs across the Midwest region. So we're very close with other VSAs in IU, IUPUI, Notre Dame, UIUC, a lot of local colleges, each of whom have VSA chapters, and we have great connections with those people. And then lastly, at the very end of the year is Indiana End of the Year Picnic. So we host that event as a big potluck for all the VSA Indiana schools. So we invite students from, like I mentioned before, IU, IUPUI, Notre Dame, UIUC. We have people come in, travel from Kentucky and Ohio for the picnic as well. And so we have a lot of really strong connections with these other schools and other VSA chapters. That's kind of a quick spiel about who we are. We have a call-out meeting this upcoming fall on August 27th and September 1st. If you have any questions, please contact us through vsapurdue@gmail.com or on our social media, all of which is at the tag VSA Purdue. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And thank you, Anthony, for bringing up the event that you did in the fall, the diaspora event. Purdue AAARCC and VSA have been interested in continuing the conversation about our diaspora story, the story of our immigrant parents and our story, right? First generation, second generation, third, and more generations. So our IRB for the research was approved. And now we will be contacting you, presidents, to see if we can incorporate some of these stories. So we'll be reaching out to you. So is there any organization that I miss? You can put it on the chat if I miss anything. But how was it? I hope this has been encouraging for everyone. I hope you start seeing your place at Purdue's campus. And just remember, these are just the 20 of the many, many organizations out there. But I personally think these are very well-rounded, encouraging, and again, inclusive communities. So I hope that you will consider participating, joining their events, participating in as members of these organizations. So please continue interacting. I will pause the recording, but thank you so much everyone for attending. Thank you presenters for being here and presenting about your org. We at the ARC again are welcome all of your participation as well. We are here for you. We would like to continue this culture of collaboration and helping each other out, especially in this time of COVID-19. We want to make sure we are here as our community to each other. So I'm going to pause the recording, but I'll stay here. If anyone wants to chat, I'll unmute all of you. Okay, thank you.